Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Pixie again, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Pixie, and tonight we are definitely going to have an awkward video because I'm using this thing for the first time. If you didn't watch my previous video, go check that out if you're bored, but basically I bought a makeup brush cleaner off Amazon. I've been seeing these all over the place, and some of them range up to $100 or more, so I was like really curious. I'm really lazy about cleaning my brushes, but I try to be good about it, and I'm just using Dawn soap and some paper towels under the sink and letting them dry. So yeah, I figured I'd give it a whirl, if you get it. Whirl. It's supposed to whirl your brushes around. Okay, done. You're done, Sarah. Okay, yeah. I quit. Awkward. But I literally just picked one out on Amazon. I got the best reviews for under 20 bucks. I'll list it down below if this ends up working and you want one. I am not sponsored at all. It literally just says on the side of the box, it just has pictures. It comes like looking like that, and then this on the other side, and then that, which is the same as that. I told you this would be awkward. Professionals recommend you clean your makeup brushes every 2 to 4 weeks, but traditional cleaning methods are messy, laborious. I can tell this is probably from China because the commas are just run-on sentences. Yeah, everything. Everything you could ask for right here. And can leave brushes wet and unusable for up to 24 hours. This revolutionary device leaves brushes clean and dry, ready to reuse in just 30 seconds. Get the most from your makeup brushes with amazing device. Not with this amazing device, but with amazing device. So we'll see how amazing device is. And I literally just opened it earlier to see the instructions, and it just looks like that. And it looks like an IKEA map. And it says read the instructions, but there's nothing to read except for what the items are. Instructions, professional, the same thing on the box. Professionals recommend you clean your brushes every 2 to 4 weeks. Please note that both makeup brushes and this device are delicate. Please carefully read and follow these instructions before starting and keeping them for future reference. Okay, I think I forgot to get batteries. I'll be right back. Awkward. I thought it plugged in, but it doesn't. It takes 2 of these. These are AAA batteries. So we're going to open it now. Yay, high pitched. Here's some padding, and we have this. It looks like all the pieces for the brushes are in here. Okay, just checking to see if I have my knife because everything is just taped together. And then I think we have stuff under here. I hope this is interesting because I don't know what I'm doing. So join me in the awkwardness. And then underneath that we have this, which reminds me if you ever twisted wire for jewelry, that's what I'm thinking it looks like. And then we got this guy, which I'm guessing are where the batteries go. So it just says collar and base, and that looks very wrong if you ask me. Where is your mind, Pixie? And then that. And then it just says liquid soap into pet bowl, which makes me think of my cat's water bowl. So that's interesting. Is this the pet bowl? I guess we'll just open this up and we're going to learn together. So that popped right off. And there's like bits of plastic coming off of it. And are these the brush holders? With a random seal thing. Okay, focus, Sarah. If this doesn't work, I told you it was like $15 on Amazon, so we'll see. And then I have this guy. And another one. Okay. So I guess I also have a cup of water. And it did not come with any soap or anything, but I got these as a trial from Shop Miss A, I believe. I believe they're called liquid facial or liquid blender cleanser, and then on the back it says it's okay to share, this is not for resale, and great for makeup too. And this literally doesn't have a brand, but I figured if it's good for a blender cleanser and it literally says great for makeup too, then I'll just add this and the water into what they call a pet bowl. And I have these brushes to clean, and I purposely saved the ones with the brightest pigment that were left on them, like the orange, and tonight I'm wearing like dark metallics and purples, so, and a couple highlighter brushes. So then we have brushes of different sizes to clean. We shall see. One has like a bright blue on it, and there's another with a bright yellow and a bright orange. So if these don't come clean, we know it doesn't work. Very pigmenting colors, words, I have them, I promise, are left on these brushes. So let's do this. It literally does not say how much water to add. It just says add liquid soap, and what I'm guessing is water, to the pet bowl. And then it says add a cleanser, so I guess we'll just try this. And then you put your brush up, down in liquid, and then you spin it in the liquid, spin above the liquid, and then set aside on this guy. Okay. So I'm just going to put the batteries in, and then I'll move the camera, and we'll see what happens. I can't open it. Oh my god. Okay, so we have water and pet bowl, and I'm just going to add a little bit and see what happens. I have a towel down just in case, because I don't know if this is going to be messy or scary, and I'm going to add a little bit of this because I don't know how much it's going to foam up. And it looks like a little bit goes a long way because it's like a gel. It's almost like a hand soap, like Dial or something. Sorry you can't see my face. I figured it would be better if you could just be at this angle. And I figured this out. It was really hard to get the battery thing open, but look at that. So you have these little rubber guys in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different sizes. And I just picked the first brush that would fit. And I guess what you're supposed to do is just put this guy back on. And hopefully the way the bowl is shaped, it's not going to splash everywhere, because I have a lot of electronics right here. So I guess we'll just go for it. And it basically, like I said, just has pictures, so I'm just going to go off of, it just says up and down in the liquid, I'm guessing with this, and then spin to spin in the liquid. Okay. It's not really, like, going very fast, and it is splashing everywhere. There we go. We have something. And it doesn't say how long to do it for. But it's very frothy, and it's not really splashing, so I guess you spin it outside, like above the water, to dry it. It's almost dry. Like, that's... I kind of like that. I'm kind of impressed. So that's cool. Yeah, it's almost completely freaking dry. So I'm liking that so far. It's just hard to get used to it, and then like it does start splashing everywhere, but not as bad because of the narrow top and then the wide base, but nifty. Not bad for 15 bucks on Amazon, so I'll definitely link this down below. And if you are interested, let's try one, like a skinny one. So I have this guy that has like orange and a gray, probably because I was blending the two together. And the only problem I had with the first brush was trying to get it in this tiny little rubber triangle. You just kind of have to fight it. But since it's rubbery, it just, yeah. Watch me be. Oh, see, it's just probably so the brush doesn't fall out. It's super hard to get in there. Yeah, it's really handy dandy and ergonomic, if you will. Like, it kind of fits to the palm of your hand. I just hope it doesn't destroy my brushes, because I'm not really, being the holiday season, in the mood to buy myself new brushes. It does vibrate your hand a lot. Like, that's getting irritating. And the orange is still there. So maybe for super pigmented shadows, do it longer, maybe? I can already still see that the orange is stuck on that brush. Maybe the shades are just too pigmented to come out. But for the most part, it's coming out. Okay. But it does kind of... Oh my god, everything's in the way. It does kind of mess with the bristles. Like, they don't lay as flat as they were before I cleaned the brush. But that could just be because of the makeup that was all gunked up. But I'm really kind of disappointed that it didn't take out all that orange pigment. It took out that gray or black or whatever from the other side, but yep, the orange is still there. Okay, so that's 2 brushes. I feel like I'd just do like 2 more and then see how I feel about it, and then you guys comment down below if you would buy this. I mean, for $15, I am impressed how fast the brushes dried. Maybe a different cleanser. Like I said, this was just a free bonus from Shop Miss A or something, and I figured I would just try 2 at once. So let's do 2 more brushes, and then I'll wrap this video up and let me know what you think. And I think I'm going to go with this guy, which is super pigmented. This is the one I used in my last video for my orange and yellow look with the NYX Ultimate palette. So we're going to do that one, and then let me pick one more brush. And I'm going to try this bright blue and see if that comes out at all. Which is like, I guess you would call that like an eyeliner or a crease brush. Which this one's going to be a challenge because it has a stupid spongy tip on the other end of it. And you have to put it on one of these. So we'll see. I don't even care if it ruins that because I never use those guys. Yeah, that just happened. But it's also a cheap brush, so if your brush detaches like that because it's a cheap piece of crap, then yeah, that's not gonna work. If there's a super skinny one, I'll use that one, and there is not. They come in different sizes. Like, I don't have any brushes this wide, but these are probably for the kabuki brushes, and nothing is skinny enough for this guy at all. If the little tip things they gave you, or me, since I bought this. So we're gonna just throw this brush away anyways, because it's probably a Profusion brush, which are not the best at all. So we're gonna set you back up here because I keep like craning my neck and my back already hurts. Yay! Makeup remover brush trial run. I'm sure, like I said in my previous video, that places like Sephora and, well, any department store and Ulta, places like that, have their own automatic brush cleaner. We'll try this one because it has an oddly shaped handle. It's one of those unicorn horn handles, and it kind of fits, so we'll see if this works, even though it's another highlighter brush. But yeah, like I said, I'm sure Sephora's and Ulta's makeup brush cleaners, or anything you can get like JCPenney or Kohl's or something. See, once I put the handle spinner on it, it does not stay on. So you have to have like round or square handles for this to be usable. So we'll try this Eco Tools eyeshadow brush that has some black shadow on it. and see how it holds up. It's like making a batch of cookies. It just reminds me of my mixer stand. If you hit the bottom, it slows down, but still vibrating my hand. That's really irritating. And it's pretty much dry, but it frayed the bristles, so that's what you have to worry about. Like, it didn't retain its shape at all. But it made them really fluffy if you like that for putting on eyeshadow or whatever. And it's pretty clean. Like, I know this is a dual colored brush, so it's hard to tell, and I know it had black shadow on it, but I can feel it. There's no more eyeshadow on that brush. So the only problems I've had so far is the fact that it vibrates your hand. Like, you can probably hear it and see it, so it's like making my rings like clatter together on my fingers. And if you have a narrow brush handle like this, there's no rubber tip for the little, I'm just going to call it a mixer, for the brush to stay on it. So don't use it with these. Maybe the other ones, like I said, if you get them from Sephora, Ulta, they have ones with more narrow inserts on the rubber part. But we will try to find one more brush that fits any of these tips, and then I will wrap it up and see what happens. That actually might work for the unicorn horn, because it has like a double layer inside the rubber tip. So let's find another narrow brush, and as it like pops off and I spill things. Okay, so this one is an angled eyeliner brush with bright yellow on it, so that should be a really good test. You can see how bright the yellow is on top of it. And yeah, this is my last one because I don't want this video to be forever, and it's already 10 minutes long. But yeah, a lot of people were curious, as I was, because I'm so lazy about cleaning my brushes, so it's not bad. You get what you pay for. And it does make the brushes dry quickly, but it looks like it doesn't take out like super pigmented colors. Alright, so there's still some soap left on it, but I'm going to let that air dry. But look, there's no more yellow at all. And that's not soap. The tip of the brush was originally white, so that's pretty darn good for a very pigmented yellow that I'm wearing on my eyelash right now. But yeah, that's pretty damn good. So I don't know if it's the brush cleaner itself or if it's this or a combination of both, because this is actually a blender cleaner and I don't use blenders. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with it, but I wouldn't say like you have to have one to clean your brushes, because like I said at the beginning of the video, I usually just use my brushes or clean my brushes with basic Dawn soap and let them dry overnight, because I just rotate brushes out. It's good to have, because I'm really cheap anyway, it's good to have two different sets of brushes, so you know that one isn't gonna, like, I have to have the angled eyeliner brush and it's dirty over there, so I don't know. Would I recommend it? Yes. And do you have to have one? No. So let me know what you think down below, what you think down below, if it's worth it. And this is my first, like, does it really do what it's supposed to type video. So yeah, I mean, if you had one of these, like, I'm sure somebody just thought of like duct taping their mixer stand with their makeup brushes and was like, let's just make this and patent it, because I just imagine people are just sitting around bored, like, I have story time. I have a table that looks like a table on my patio, and it actually has a cooler inside it. So one guy someday somewhere was like to his friend, what if it was a cooler and a table? voila, they got a patent, and now they sell a cooler table on Amazon in different styles. I bought my dad one and he loves it, and I'm like, that's all it takes. Somebody came up with this just sitting around bored, like, how can I quickly clean my makeup brushes? And they probably looked at their stand mixer in their kitchen, like their KitchenAid or something, and it was like, what if we taped our brushes to the mixer with soap and water? Boom. And now they're everywhere. So I just had to try it for myself because, like I said, I'm very lazy about cleaning my brushes, but I will never use these. I don't have any kabukis, and all of my brushes look like that. So none of these would fit. But if you have kabuki brushes, I don't know, because kabukis are short, that's about the height of the bowl. I would say the bowl might be, I don't know where my tape measure is, maybe 4 inches, if that. So your kabuki would get lost in it. You can't really fit your hand in that to prevent the splash. But yeah, it's not a bad little contraption. So if you want one, I'll link the one I bought down below, or if you just search automatic makeup brush cleaner. I mean, you still take the time to do it. You have to put it on the tip. You have to fill it up with water. It's not like you're still going to be lazy about it like me. You're still going to take the time to clean your brushes. Then yeah, it takes a little bit of effort, but it still makes your brushes dry. That at least was the bragging right. I mean, this is completely dry now since I started rambling on about this at almost 15 minutes. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of thing, I'll continue doing like stuff like I find and see if it works. I'm working on a couple of the shoe ones. I'm working on one that where you put the heels that prevent you from sinking into the ground if you're like at a wedding outdoors or something. And then the other one that I mentioned in my last video, again, if you're bored, check those out. Feel free to subscribe, all the things. We're supposed to keep your heel from slipping out of high heels or, you know, whatever. We'll see how those go. But yeah, if you like this kind of thing, let me know. And if you're bored, comment down below. What kind of brushes do you buy? Would you buy this? Do you have a more expensive version of this? Do you like using it? Did you use it once and forget about it? Or are you like me where you just wash your brushes in the sink by hand when you remember to? Anyways, thank you guys for taking your time to watch this, and thank you for following me my journey into YouTube, and I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, brunch, tea, not the bad tea because we don't like drama here, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Pixi out.